Hello everyone. Welcome back to another Commander review for Magic the Gathering in the Betrayers of Kamigawa set. And today we're talking about Isao, Enlightened Bushi, who is a human samurai. It's a 2/1 for 3 mana value, 2 generic and 1 green. Isao, Enlightened Bushi cannot be countered or can't be countered, as you see here, which is a great way to protect itself from control players. It has Bushido 2, which I've talked about multiple times. When this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So if it meets that requirement at any time in combat, it immediately becomes a 4/3 for the rest of the turn. If there are extra combat steps for any reason, you can add more Bushido to Isao. It does not care about the number of creatures blocking it or it blocks, it just cares about it becoming blocked or blocking. So that's a small detail to bear in mind when playing with any samurai. And then, like Ink Eyes, which we just talked about in the last video, it also has Regenerate. For 2 mana, regenerate target samurai. A quick breakdown of Regenerate. Regenerate prevents a creature's destruction or lethal damage to the creature. It taps the creature and it removes the creature from combat. So it's a great way to protect itself as well as any other samurai at the table. It's not even just yours, it could be any samurai at the table. And the cool thing about this is, if I want to just double check this. Let me go into the rules. So that's Regenerate. A great source of protection against destruction and lethal damage specifically. Let me see rules. No card rulings, but I do want to just double check something. Opponent's creature. Boop. In Magic the Gathering, when a creature is regenerated, it doesn't die. Instead, it's tapped, damage marked on it is removed, and if it's attacking or blocking, it's removed from combat. Regenerating a creature does not bring it back from the graveyard, it prevents it from dying in the first place. Great summary of Regenerate. But it's important to note, since you can target any samurai, theoretically, if you were to target an opponent's samurai, it would remove it from combat if it was attacking. So this is actually a great way that you can protect yourself from an aggressive samurai deck. You can just say, you samurai, you samurai, you samurai, for 6 mana, you 3 tap and go home. You're not attacking me. Go home. That's absurd. It's essentially a 2 mana single targeted fog for not even fog, Homeward Bound. No, what is that called? Mystifying Maze. Whatever that land is that you can tap and remove a creature from combat. Essentially, this is that ability for 2 mana and only for samurai, which is actually really cool. You're not, unless you have a really popular samurai deck at your table, you might not see that happening a whole lot. You might just use it more defensively than offensively. But it's a great way to control your opponent's combat, because any samurai would be tapped and removed from combat because of Regenerate, which is just absurd. I love that ability. A card I chose to synergize with Isao is Alpha Authority. Enchanted creature has hexproof, great source of protection, and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. So it really forces your opponents to block 1 at a time at Isao, so that way Isao can get the benefits of being aggressive, but not have to deal with being blocked by tons of creatures. So the Bushido that it gets will be still enough to protect it and destroy the creature that it's attacking. So a great way for you to build an offensive Isao deck without having to worry about it being swarmed by blockers. The deck that I am building Isao around is not actually going to focus too much on its samurai sub-themes. It's going to focus on its human sub-themes. Unfortunately, there's only one samurai that is green, or maybe there's two now that is just mono green because of Neon Dynasty. There was a mono green samurai, but that one cares about modified creatures. This one cares about samurai. So there's only two mono green samurai, so you can't really build a samurai deck. However, you can build a mono green human deck, which I already have. So this is going to be slotted as another commander for that human tribal deck. It can regenerate itself, so there is some benefit still for having this regenerate samurai, because it can protect itself. A popular deck idea on EDH Rec, not Rex, is some kind of Voltron strategy. You could do just generic Voltron, where you're just beefing Isao up. You could be like Mono Green Enchantress, where you are beefing Isao up, but you have other creatures that love enchantments. You could do artifacts. You could do +1/+1 counters. There's a lot of different ways that you can build kind of a Voltron deck for Isao. Very popular on EDH Rec. And then to try and make a janky, weird deck for Isao is to try and build a mono green samurai deck, which you can't really do because there's no actual samurai in mono green except for the two that I mentioned. I could be wrong, let me know in the comments below. But there are changelings, which are shapeshifters that have the changeling keyword. They are considered samurai. And there are a few cards in green that care about the creature type you're playing with. So I think we have enough changeling shapeshifters that you actually could build a mono green samurai deck. What I would advise is maybe do the build around to be mono green samurai, but have other lords that work with changelings. Maybe have an elf lord or an elephant lord or a druid lord or something like that. Throw in a couple lords in there because you are 90% going to be a changeling deck, so it can benefit from any creature type. Your commander in particular is just a great way to protect your board. And I actually love this idea. I think this would be awesome to build around or awesome to see. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments below about this deck idea. And that's going to do it for Isao Enlightened Bushi. A really cool commander. I love that it's a samurai. Samurais are my favorite creature type from the Kamigawa block. I love Bushido. It's such a cool mechanic. I can't wait to play with more samurai. I'd love to see more green samurai come out and like the natural inner strength kind of based strategy that green is. I'd love to see more of that being implemented in Samurai. I loved what they did with Neon Dynasty Kamigawa Samurai and kind of going this exalted route. This would be another great way to do it. If we were able to bring some of that in to some mono green Samurai, that would be awesome because green is another color that we have a lot of exalted support for. So that would be super cool to see like an exalted Bushido Neon Dynasty Samurai deck like I'm building for red and white in this color. That would be super cool. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything I missed. Like most of the commanders in this set, it's very popular. Lots of different deck ideas to build around it, so it does have the rank of S. And thank you guys so much for all your support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!